Okay, we're living, we're alive, hopefully we're healthy, hopefully we're happy, and hopefully it's a new episode of Superhero Deep Dive. Welcome everyone, I am your host Jason, and I have a good show scheduled for you. This one was weird because I didn't think I'd have any information, but it turns out there's like a cult following, which is really cool. Before I get into them, let me get into my disclaimers. Get this knocked out so we can, get to the meat of it. Alright, so this information is pulled from different sources across the internet and may or may not be completely complete, but they do give a really good insight on the current superhero. Some things are excluded or, may not be talked about simply because the character may have reverted back, like it may not have been important. It may have been something that was added and retconned later, or it may have just been something that was kind of erased from memory, or I just didn't feel like it was super important to the character. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, critiques, requests for new heroes to be covered, let me know. You can email me directly at b4itall@yahoo.com. You can also reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter under Super Deep Dive, under YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive. If you are watching on YouTube, or if you do have YouTube, which you should, please comment, like, subscribe. Please subscribe. That would be great. Share the video, watch it, turn it on, put it in the background tab or something. You can mute it. I don't care. Help me get those watch hours in. Help me get those subscribers so I can do a giveaway for everyone. It'd be great. And it would also help me out a lot. Also, if it is a Tuesday or Thursday, you can reach me or you can listen to me on Outworld Fleet Radio. Their website is www.un-con-ventional.com/radio. Okay. So I am covering The Spot. This is a guy, he's got a white outfit, with a bunch of black spots on it, looking like a Dalmatian. He is the 102nd Dalmatian that no one knew about, no one cared about. And he mainly fights Spider-Man. It is what it is on that, right? Alright, but let's get into him. Okay, his real name is Dr. Jonathan Owen. As a scientist working for the Kingpin, Dr. Jonathan Owen was assigned to reproduce the radiation levels of the superhero cloak to find a way to artificially mimic his powers. Working late one night, he succeeded creating a solid black circular portal. In doing so, however, the drain on the city's power became so great, a blackout washed over the city, causing the portal to shimmer and destabilize. Fearful of losing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Owen stepped into it, because that's what scientists do, right? The shock of the transition caused him to pass out. He awoke floating weightlessly in a dimension which he initially assumed was Cloak's dark dimension. He soon realized, however, that the power shortage caused the portal to send him to a different dimension, a place of half darkness and half light. A seemingly infinite number of portals surrounded him in this place. Making swimming motions, he managed to find the original portal that brought him there and slipped back through it. Now, as you listen to this, you may want to stop, rewind, and re-listen to it with your eyes closed so you can picture just how campy this sounds. This dude, he goes through a portal and then using swimming motions. I mean, I guess Spider-Man did it too, right? So it could still work, I guess. But swimming through this dimension to get to the right portal. Awesome. Okay, when Owen emerged back into his labs, his body had undergone a radical transformation. The portals from the other dimension had adhered to his skin, covering him with black spots from head to toe. Realizing the spots were portable space warps, he started to think he might be able to use them to defeat anyone in battle. When Spider-Man and Black Cat arrived to confront Kingpin, he appeared before them and announced himself as the Spot. Because that's going to strike terror into the hearts of your enemies. Spider-Man collapsed on the roof laughing at the name. The Spot ended up winning that first confrontation and warned the heroes to leave the Kingpin alone. He later lost a second battle against Spider-Man because he was tricked into throwing too many of his spots as weapons and not keeping enough to defend himself with. The Spot later formed a short-lived team with Gibbon, Grizzly, and Kangaroo called the Spider-Man Revenge Squad because the Sinister Six was already taken, which was better known as the Legion of Losers. I did not add that in. That was already there. This team fell apart when Spider-Man carted the Spot and the Kangaroo to jail for bank robbery, and Grizzly and Gibbon left the group as they disagreed with their teammates' more ruthless approach. Sometime later, the Spot was captured by the organization called the Gideon Trust and forced to open a portal to the Negative Zone. Gideon Trust hoped to investigate and exploit the natural resources of the zone for their own purposes, but were defeated by the Fantastic Four, who were trapped there. The Spot later helped Tombstone escape from a maximum security prison. As thanks, Tombstone snapped his neck. Wow. Despite this, he appeared alive months later and arranged a meeting with Slide. Both were upset of the reports of Hydra capturing or killing lesser-known supervillains. When the Spot arrived, both he and Slide were quickly captured by a brainwashed Elektra. Then they were resurrected by the Hand to join Hydra's army of superhumans and assault the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. However, the Spot was taken out by Wolverine during the attack. The Spot returned in Civil War War Crimes, where he was recruited as part of Hammerhead's supervillain army. However, as Iron Man and S.H.I.E.L.D. forces attacked As Iron Man and S.H.I.E.L.D. forces attacked their own forces, it remains unknown if the Spot was incarcerated with other villains, or somehow escaped, or amongst the casualties at the end. So his stuff was unknown at the time. So, it sucks to suck, right? Okay. Let's see here. Where else can we go with this hero? The Spot appeared as MODOK 11 as part of a team organized by the villain of the same name to steal a weapon power source called the Hypernova. The Hypernova. Yes. Oh, okay. Anyways, in the book, the Spot's intelligence seemed to have been reduced to the point that he brags about having once been defeated by Spider-Man, and he is showing a self-serving streak. And in number 3, it is revealed that he's defected to Timogen in return for a larger paycheck. He runs out on the rest of his team, leaving them to die the instant they get to the Hypernova. The Timogen immediately afterwards trapped the Spot in the dimension he originally gained his powers from, and the Timogen felt he couldn't trust the Spot not to backstab him like he had MODOK 11. In the Brand New Day issues of Spider-Man, the Spot is seen in the bar with no name. Later, he begins to kill members of the Russian mafia in revenge because his son was injured in a drive-by shooting and is now in a coma. See, they just throw him in these things and they're not making sense. Oh, excuse me. I had to yawn. Okay. That's how exciting this character is turning out to be. Alright, during the Dark Reign storyline, Spot is among one of many supervillains who joined the Hood's crime syndicate. It's later revealed that he is serving as a mole for Mr. Negative, who's a fellow Dark Force-powered villain, under the promise that he will be cured once the Magia crime families are killed. And during the Origin of Species storyline, Spot is among the supervillains invited by Dr. Octopus to join his supervillain team, where he promises each of them a reward in exchange that they secure some specific items for him. Ever since Lily Hollister's baby was stolen by the Chameleon, Spider-Man has been going on a rampage against any villains involved. The police ended up getting a web ball containing Spot, Diablo, and Overdrive. Later, Spot worked with a man to kidnap the little girl of a mafia family during the wedding of her family and another mafia family. But the abduction was foiled by Daredevil. Spot was then captured and had his powers replicated by Coyote. a minion of an unknown figure trying to bring Daredevil down. Boomerang and Owl hire Spot onto the Sinister 16. Because, they're so much better than the Sinister Six. Assembled to distract the Chameleon's forces while Boomerang steals from him. Spot was among the villains seen at the bar with no name when Black Cat tried to recruit a group of villains. They declined because of their affiliation with Electro. After Black Cat was thwarted by Spider-Man and Silk, Spot and the other criminals at the bar with no name joined her army when they wanted her to lead them. After helping the Ringer escape from prison, the Spot battled White Rabbit during a gang war, then attacked a museum where he was incapacitated by Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099. As part of the 2016 Marvel Now, Spot kidnapped Jessica Jones by punching her to an unknown van. The Spot later appeared as a member of the Sinister Six that is led by Aaron Davis in a recolored version of the Iron Spider armor. He accompanied the group in their mission to steal a decommissioned S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, and during the Infinity War storyline, Spot is among the villains that accompanied Turk Barrett to his meeting with the Infinity Watch at Central Park. During the Hunted storyline, Spot is seen as a patron at the pop-up with no name. During the Last Remains art, Spot was used by Major Wilson Fisk and Norman Osborn to power Project Blank in order to trap Kindred. Project Blank was inspired by the Dark Force dome that was used to surround Manhattan back during Hydra's takeover of the United States. So, he's got a lot of history. Like, he's this guy that's just kind of like, he's there. They throw him in everywhere. Now his powers. Using his space warps, the Spot can instantly move himself or any part of his body from one area to another over a theoretically unlimited distance via another dimension, nicknamed Spot World. This connection with Spot World probably explains the many deaths he has suffered and subsequent revivals with no explanation. The Spot can control and manipulate the warps to almost any degree he wishes. He can expand or shrink them to any size, or he can join together multiple spots to form one larger warp. The spots are unaffected by gravity and can be placed against a surface or left suspended in midair. He can also designate which spots will lead to the spot dimension from those that will instantly lead to another location in this dimension. He can create new spots or close them entirely by retreating into his dimension and pulling the warp in behind him, making a quiet poit sound. Like poit, poit. Please don't make me keep doing that. I'm hoping to see that as a remix on YouTube one day, like the poit song. Alright. By concentrating, he used to be able to revert to his human appearance, and when doing this, the spots merged to form one large black void in his chest, though this was easily covered with a shirt. His preferred method of attack is to surround his opponent with numerous spots, allowing him to punch or kick them from unexpected angles across great distances. This proved very effective against Spider-Man, as the spider sense was unable to detect incoming attacks from another dimension, effectively negating this ability. And although the Spot's lack of super strength meant that his punches did not actually do much damage even when they did connect, the cumulative effect could prove dangerous in an extended fight. The same phenomenon was true for the Spot, or when the Spot flung Spider-Man through a warp and he reappeared in this dimension too close to a wall to dodge. However, on Daredevil, who also has superhuman senses, this trick does not work, as his radar sense could easily detect the teleportation energy in the Spot's body, making it simple for him to tell where the Spot was going to attack from. The Spot can also move the spots on his body to protect himself from physical attack by positioning one in the path of a punch or kick, causing the attack to pass harmlessly through the warp. So, that's pretty cool. They had fun with his powers. Fun facts. The Spot appears in a self-titled episode of Spider-Man the Animated Series. An alternate reality version of Dr. Own appears in a flashback in the episode I Really, Really Hate Clones. This version completed his work on interdimensional portal technology for the Kingpin without any accidents, and as such, he never became the Spot. And the Spot appears in the 2017 Spider-Man animated series. In the episode Bring On the Bad Guys Part 2, he appears as one of the several supervillains who attempt to capture Spider-Man for a bounty. So, that's fun facts, that's his powers, that's his history. What do you all think of him? It's kind of crazy, right? I really like personally the fact that when they wrote the character, he was really a nothing character. But they really had fun with his powers, and it shows. But let me know what you guys think. Once again, you can always reach out to me on Twitter and Instagram under Super Deep Dive, and I use the hashtag superherodeepdive. You can email me at b4itall, so b4itall at yahoo.com. And you can catch me on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive. Please comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe, please. That would be wonderful. Help me grow my audience. Help me with the viewing hours. You know, listen to it. Turn it on in the background and then just mute the tab or something. So, you know, I still get credit for it. I don't know. That's probably like famous last words to say and then I'll get banned or something. I don't know. But, yeah. Help me get 500 subscribers. Well, help me get more than that. But at 500 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. And it'll be great. Alright. But now we're going to come to my favorite part. This is the power expansion. This is where I go in and see if they need a movie, a TV show, an animated series, an animated movie, a new comic series, anything like that. You know, what can we do? How can we get this character to the next level? So, when I looked into this character, I had a very basic knowledge of him and thought he was fun, but I had no idea of the cult following he had. This guy's great. Like, we need a dark humor action comedy with this character. That's all I can think of. Like, let's have him in a lab accident, get his powers, and then go forward with small crimes, but we can have even more fun with it. Like, what if he has these little moments of heroism, but they're masked by moments of criminal. Like, what if he stopped a crime, like a mugging or something, and instead of returning the person's wallet or purse, he just left with it. Like, that was his. You know, so he's still technically a bad guy, even though he did something good. Like, I think that would be hilarious. And, you know, and I was like, okay, you know, if we kept it small, if we kept this kind of stuff small, then technically he could go under the radar from a lot of the heroes. You know, and actually have a series running into, like, getting things done, getting some of these crimes done without getting into big fights. You know, then we can have him get in fights and sneak away or something like that. You know, like, I don't know. But I think it'd be fun. I think they could do a lot of fun. They could have a lot of fun with this character. And there's only one good guy I can think of to cast this. I choose you, Kevin Durand. All right. Now, you may not know the name, but if you watch a lot of movies and stuff, you'll know who he is. Like you may know him as the rodeo owner in Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. In X-Men Origins Wolverine, also with Hugh Jackman, he was the guy that played the Blob. And he's been in a lot of other things too. You know, there was one movie, I think it was called Legion, but not like X-Men's Legion. It was like an angel movie. I think he was in that as well. But he's been in a lot of things. He's got a really strong look about him, and he's got this crazy comedic timing. Like, and I think for him, or for the spot, that comedic timing would be great. He's not like, snarky like Ryan Reynolds, and he's not deadpan. He's just got his own comedy, but it works. It's kind of like almost like a smart ass comic, but it works. And without a doubt, like that's my choice. He's in good shape. He can do all this acting, and I think that this would be a movie for him to shine in, where it's also not there's not as much risk of if it doesn't perform well, because it's such an obscure character and they can have a lot of fun with it. I would actually like to see that, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of emails and stuff about it, but I would rather see a spot movie in that fashion than a third Deadpool movie. Did I just offend people? I'm sorry if I did. This is just my opinion. It is not an official statement. But let me know what you think. I would love to hear you guys' feedback. But yeah, that's what I've got for him. I've got a couple more episodes scheduled soon. I think I've got, I've got I got 3 more episodes that I'm working on right now. I've got Stature, who's Ant-Man's daughter. Ragman from DC Comics. I've got Silk from Marvel. I was given a request by my dear friend Cyrnix to do Frogman. He called me one day. We were talking on the phone. He asked if I would do Frogman because he saw him in the She-Hulk trailer. I don't know if my phone listened or what, but like 2 days later, I'm on YouTube, and on my front page, like there are 6 videos of Frogman that show up. So because of that, I'm not gonna do it. This is the second time I've had to turn down a request, and it's just simply because they're all coming out and they're all new because of this, and I don't want to just ride that train, I did a couple, like I did Chthon, and I did the Falcon before a lot of other ones came out with it. This one, I just got beat to the punch, guys. I'm sorry. But other than that, let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear requests for future episodes. Is there someone that you want me to cover? I'm actually not going to start doing so much obscure heroes. Like, they're kind of obscure, but I'm going to go into like some of the B-list heroes and stuff too, because they're a lot of fun. Like, I had some really good discussions with people over my last episode on Magic. So let me know, guys. In the meantime, I'm going to head out. I hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone is happy. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is smart. And if you're not smart, don't get caught. See you next time. Bye-bye.